It's been a long time since we've actually done a stream, and obviously this is on the brand new channel we got, so it's gonna be a little bit different. We're just not going to be talking about one topic sort of thing. I think this would be mostly for these kind of streams and just have a good old nit-nat. And like I said, I wanted to bring some people on who mean a lot to me, and they've helped me a lot in the last couple of years now. And as you can see, we have the three amigos. That's what I'm going to call you. Because we got Stevie, Les, and Linda.
Yes. Well, good day, Dan. And, sorry that all that crap happened with the other channel, but so happy to be here. And, happy to have a chin wag about whatever you want to talk about. And, it's been a little while, so it's good to see you. Good to see you, Linda, as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this. Thank you guys.
It is a great idea, perfect time of day, and it is good to be back with all of you for a while, and we'll see what comes up.
Yeah, like I say, it has been a while since we've actually been together. I think obviously the big thing was last year, Johnny Depp trial. That's all over and done with now. He's won it. Mm-hmm. She went, oh, I give in, and she did all of that, which is just amazing to see. But it's like I say, I was hoping Soups may have joined, but we know Soups is busy.
Yeah.
She has her own little life now, so it's like, oh, okay. We'll let her go off.
Ridiculous. Life. Come on.
Say we got a few people coming in. Obviously, the new channel, they are literally like filtering. I've had people, like Lily has said, she's been on the other channel waiting. And it's like, no, we're here now, so I may have to go over there and put a little comment out soon, just that we're over here. But
let me just do that too.
Tell us what you've been up to then, Linda.
Yeah, I got a quick question. I am not seeing the comments here in the stream yet.
I'm just breaking things already. I don't know why the comments aren't coming up. What the fuck's happened to you?
I'm flipping back and forth to the YouTube.
Nobody wants to be left mic in hand.
It's easier to drop, Dan. Just leave it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of just doing that.
You got this.
It's going the other way. That's why. Oh my God! There we go.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty. That's how it goes.
That's it. So, Linda, how have we been?
Fine.
Good. How is how's life been in the last couple of months?
Everything's going fine. Good holiday. Spent a month down in Tampa. Just got back about a week ago. But I tell you what, it is probably as warm here in the mountains today as it was down in Tampa a couple of those days. It's 16 degrees here, which is around the low 60s Fahrenheit.
Wow.
Very nice afternoon for mid-February. We've had some really good weather here. I got a new modem today.
Hey.
I found this on my front porch. My internet service provider gave this to us. I guess sent it to us. It came in the mail, and I was like, "Is this for us?"
And they just left it on the doorstep.
Yeah, it was just left there. It was shipped to us from somewhere. So I guess we just hook it up, and then when the higher speeds come down the line, we'll have some faster internet, which will be kind of fun.
There we go. Yeah, like I say, I had new internet put in November. It was meant to be in September, but they came in November. And again, here in the UK, we've kind of had ancient internet, like the most that you could get in my street for a long period of time. The most you could get was like 50 megabytes a second. But I've upgraded now to 800 megabytes a second. And it's absolutely ridiculous because obviously, people like me and Les, we do shows and films, downloading and everything else. And it's just been mind-blowing, the speed.
Don't tell anyone about the bootlegging.
Even the uploading, let's say uploading to YouTube used to take about 20-25 minutes.
Yeah.
Now it's taken like 60 seconds. And I'm like, before I start, I'll upload, I'll go and get a drink, I'll come back. But now I'm sat here, go click, it's done.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, but it's so good.
I don't know what we're supposed to get. We're supposed to have 200 megabytes now, but I don't have a fast enough Wi-Fi router or something. So I'm not getting all of that. But I guess with this new modem, that's the hardware that I need to allow the faster speeds to come down the line.
You guys are lucky. That's awesome. I mean, the most we can get here is 100 megabytes a second. And they say to us as well, it's funny because they go, oh, well, if you pay $50 a month, we'll give you 49 gigabytes a second or megabytes a second. And then they go, but if you want to pay $100 a month, then you can get 100 megabytes a second. It's like, well, hang on a minute. Just give me whatever it is.
Just do it, yeah.
Why are you restricting the speed? Oh, because you can make money on it, your mother. Yeah, you can make money on it.
Yeah.
Got it.
This is what it is. It does get annoying. It's like I say with mine, it's all included with the TV as well and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just because because we're all together. Like say for the TV, obviously the TV packages that you get and all this.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got sport because that was like an extra 70 or 80 odd quid on top of what I'm doing. And I was like, yeah, no, thank you. I don't want sport. If I want sport, I'll watch it online. It'd be a lot easier.
Right. Yeah.
And we're there. We've got Sarcasm. Hello, Sarcasm. Say, Lily, we'll come to the chat after. I'll just say hello to people. I still got to set up mods on here as well. I haven't done that yet. Yeah, so there's going to be a few things. But yeah, it's like altogether, I think it's just under £109 I pay a month. It's like you were saying, $100 down there for 100 megabytes. That's like, that's just a kick in the bollocks.
Yep, and then you got to pay everything else is on top of that, like phone.
Oh shit!
Everything else.
Yeah. We don't have the landline. We just have our T-Mobile account for our cell phones. We dropped the landline ages ago.
Yeah, I don't see the point of having a landline anymore. Every place has got my mobile phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Funny
I
thing
got that
is,
there, so I'll be easy. Like
my mobile phone number starts with 744, and that is what the landlines are. So everybody who I give my number to, they don't think they can text me or call me on my cell phone because they think 744 is a landline. And I'm like, no. Somewhere a long time ago, I got a very nice lady at Verizon who ported my home phone number to my cell phone. So, yeah, the 744 number, which had been our house number for like 25 years, is now my cell phone number. And it's like fantastic. And luckily, because that's the phone number my mother has memorized.
Right.
Too bad.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, that's the
that's the number you need.
But she still thinks anytime she calls me, I'm at home. So I can be anywhere.
Out and about.
She won't know that I left the state.
Or the planet.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming. This is it now.
Together.
The UFOs they shot down was actually Linda. It's her little beacons going up.
You're trying to get away.
We won't let you.
Let's say so. Obviously, Les and Stevie, you have just come back from holiday.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people will say as well, the photos you posted, or some of them, were absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Tell everyone what you told me about the dolphins and everything else.
Go on, you tell.
Oh, well, we were just minding our own business, walking the beach like we did, every day. Mm-hmm. And it was the first time we got there, like at sunrise. Mm-hmm. It was the first time that we got out there, and we're walking, and he's like, "Where'd everyone go? Oh, there we go.
All right.
Okay.
It's just you. It's all right.
So
we're here."
He's like, "I see something out there." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll pay attention because my eyesight is shit." So next thing you know, things are jumping, and they're jumping, and they just kept jumping, and it was just amazing to watch them just have a blast all on their own. They're not performing for anybody. Yeah. They're just doing their own thing out there. And it was just absolutely glorious to watch them.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was like 4 of them or something. Yeah. And there was a couple of, fully grown ones. And then there was a couple of little ones too, which was really cool. Yeah. These dolphins, by the way, is what we're talking about. And they were just jumping out of the water and having a great time, weren't they?
Yeah, they were just having a blast. And it was just really, really nice. The weather was perfect every single day because that's what it does up there.
So good.
And we went to the Great Barrier Reef, and that was amazing. And we went up to the Daintree Rainforest.
Yeah. We found Nemo.
We did find Nemo
in the Great Barrier Reef.
He's fine.
And we found Gil as well.
Yes.
Gil was there. We found a shark.
About Dory.
Yeah.
I went the other way.
Yeah, I went towards it and you went the other way. And then and you found a turtle.
I found a turtle.
Yeah.
Hey, Leonardo or Michelangelo?
Leonardo.
Yes.
It was it him? Yeah.
The best
Had the
one.
colored headband on and everything.
Yeah.
But no, it was really cool. And we went to the crocodile place. As
Yes.
Well. That was awesome.
Yeah. You posted a video of that.
The crocodile.
The crocodiles. Yeah. All in all, yeah, we went to a market that's actually up on like a huge quartz crystal, rose quartz crystal, and that was just incredible too. Like just yeah.
We went to this crystal shop and we looked around and it was awesome. We got a couple of things and the guy's like, "Oh, have you checked out downstairs yet?" And we're like, "No."
Downstairs.
And he's like, "Yeah." And we're
Oh, it's like, what's coming up there?
We're off to the dungeon.
I haven't got that photo. I haven't got that photo.
Yeah. So we go downstairs and he's got like some of the best, coolest shit you've ever seen. Like old dinosaur bones and all this stuff that's been dug up. Yeah, like I don't know what else was there. There was just heaps and heaps of awesome shit, like bits of asteroid and stuff down there. It was
Did you buy
cool.
any?
Did we buy any? No, we stole it all. Yeah.
That is terrible. I'm just trying to find the photo now.
Oh, which one?
Of Les in the basement, the one I done before Christmas.
Yes, I love it. She's so happy.
It's just.
She's that was a good photo. I love that photo. Yeah.
And you did it so quick, and you're like, as soon as you saw it, you're like, I know what I can do with this.
Yeah, it was literally. That's exactly what it was.
And it was perfect.
But no, I was saying with the dinosaur bones and everything else, it's how much is he selling all that for?
He's not. It's just
he's not. It's his museum. It's just his collection. Yeah. He had like megalodon teeth. Big teeth like that. And
bloody hell.
Dinosaur claws and stuff. Yeah, it was really cool.
I took tons of pictures. I did post the pictures of the crystals, but I have pictures of practically everything. So I'll make sure I post them to Instagram.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because it was pretty cool. Because I'm like, do we want to go downstairs? He's like, oh, you want to go downstairs? I was like, okay.
He's like, yeah, you do. You want to.
Yeah, I said everyone
right, okay. Yeah, let's go on. Did he go down first or did you go down first and he was behind?
I was waiting for the trap door to drop, now you're stuck.
How far back did I post this?
It was a while now.
December?
Yeah, I'm going through it now. I'm just seeing Soups now. She's just posted again towards ages ago. She's going snowing or snowing? Yeah, not snowing. She's going skiing, yeah.
Is snowing code for whitey stuff? Is that what she's doing? Like,
I think that's what it is.
With the table stakes and everything.
But no, I'm just glad that you say you had a great time down there as well, because obviously, like Les was saying about the weather, again, you're down in that area of the world. It's good, it's their summertime as well. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous, and I was a little bit jealous. I will say that because I was like, nice, tons of snow and everything else, and there's me. I look outside and normal UK weather. Doesn't matter if it's summer or not. It was just black and rainy. And cold. Yeah. We had a really cold winter for surprisingly for the week for the UK anyway.
Well, I'm sorry, man. Come on down and visit. Come down and we'll go where it's warm. And
we will have to definitely. To be honest with you, anywhere is going to be nice and and sunny and warmer than the UK.
Yeah, we noticed and I live here, but we were much further north than what I am. And we both just noticed how good it is. Right? Yay! There she is. She's so happy.
Oh, I just find it so funny. Sorry, she's so happy.
Oh, and Dad, you would have been so proud of us. We actually watched Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
And we got to this bit and we were like,
hey there's us. Yes, that's the way we like it.
So good. So good. Yeah, but we did know, like, because it's more humid up there. Like, it's just a different environment. It's more tropical because it's got the rainforest, so it's definitely more tropical. But just like, there was never a chill in the air, ever, never a chill.
Yeah,
and that for me is perfect, because as soon as I get a little bit chilly, like I actually lose circulation in my fingers and my toes, and like I get cold really fast, really quickly, especially in damp weather. So I was like, this is like, this is everything for me. I felt perfect every day. Like I just felt like I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really.
So yeah, you going from all those years in Canada in literally the snow and everything every year, going down there at that time, your body may have been going, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your body gets accustomed to wherever you are.
Not mine. I cannot get accustomed to winter. And actually, I was checking the weather in Canada to see what kind of hellscape was going on over there. And it's supposed to be like 13 degrees. So I don't know what that is for Linda, but it's like 13 on tomorrow for them.
Yeah, it's not been bad around here. Yeah. We had a real cold Christmas weekend. I mean, temperatures that we have never seen cold.
Oh, wow.
But then when it popped back up again, the whole time I was gone in January, I was afraid, I didn't want David to have some snowstorm and have to dig his car out and worry about him getting home and everything. Nothing, not a thing. I don't think we have had measurable snow here yet. Knock on wood. Where's the wood?
Wow.
Yeah, right here.
I mean, it's the middle of February, and the next, as far into the future as we can see, the temperatures look well above freezing. So, if we can just make it to March 1st, at least then, the sun is high enough in the sky that even if we do get a snowstorm, it won't last long.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't think we're going to get it. Like, I just don't think it's going to happen, because we had that big one right when I got here. There was that huge blizzard that blew through and like destroyed everything. Yeah. And then that was it.
New
it was
York, everything, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah. Buffalo was like wiped off the map.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You people in your snow.
And we
didn't. You people in your snow.
I don't know anything about it. Not a thing. I have to drive hours and hours and hours and hours to go and see any snow.
Same here. It's all right. But let's say it's over the Christmas period and going into January, we had some. I think the lowest we had was, I think I told you guys, well, it was like -6, and we don't really get that cold.
Yeah, that wasn't that cold.
We have cold, but it's normally about, the lowest I've seen it was -3, and that was like 4 a.m. in the morning years back. But we don't get snow because it's in Cardiff and everywhere else where we are, we're quite close to the sea. So obviously, the snow doesn't stick with us. Yeah. It's always inland. But they've gone on and like, oh, we're meant to have snow. And I'm like, I'll see it when it's on the ground.
Yeah.
Because when they say, oh, you're going to get snow, it's like, yeah, no. But like I said, I always harass Les to get me photos of snow when she's home. Again, it's like with Stevie, it's when you don't have that weather often or never. It's like, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Just for a day, just for a little bit to see what's going on.
Just to
to see what the shits and giggles is, because, it's, but again, though, here in the UK, which people in the chat will probably tell you as well, the company, basically the country is not suited if we get snow. Even if we get about 1 inch of snow, the country comes to a standstill.
Yes.
For some unknown reason, they're just like, oh no, what do we do?
That's like Texas. They got a bunch of snow and ice, couple of days of ice while I was away. And again, they're just not equipped.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I mean, like you were saying here, and R13, I see, is here. Hey, R13. No, I'm not going to tell you anything about snow, R13. I know nothing, Jon Snow. So, but when you came here the first time, we were going for a walk, and some of the driveways were really steep. And he goes to me, how does anyone get in or out of their driveways?
I remember. Yeah.
And I go, no. What's that? They don't need to. They just go up and they go down. They go up and they go down.
That's the first thing I look at too. I swear your brain goes there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're looking at it like, how does
Well,
that
I get
work?
it. I totally get it. Like
Mm.
if that's what you're used to is
Mhm.
snow everywhere, and it's something you've got to deal with yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you've got to think about those issues yourself, and of course,
Yeah.
but just doesn't happen here. So I just have no thought of it. I don't even
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah. Driveways like this.
Yeah.
Literally.
Not even a problem.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
like, nah, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
you put it in gear, put the parking brake on, you're good.
Put your foot down, off you go.
Yeah. But no, it is. Say Radion just said as well, how UK can survive without winter tires, at least in Belfast, is impossible to find them. You can't really buy winter tires here in the UK.
No, because you
Because-
don't need them.
Yeah, it's if we had snow for like weeks on end every single year for so many years, I think there'd be like, all right, we would get accustomed to it like
Yeah.
people in the States are.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's, I think it's because, say, when I was born, we didn't really have snow, but I showed you what it was like in the area in the 80s when my mum and dad were just, in their early 20s and stuff. And it was crazy. And they're like, oh, yeah, we had this, like, at least once a year. And I'm like, yeah, all right, cheers. We haven't got anything like that.
Yeah.
I would just love to open the window one day and just see snow. And you're like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to close the window and go back inside.
Yeah, just
And
hope you
that's-
don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's good for a day. That's good for a day. Because one of his friends was saying, oh, I was going to go to Canada. And he had this fantasy in his head. He has fantasy in his head that it was like it was in the
Roasting
movies.
chestnuts. Yeah.
He was going to be roasting chestnuts. He was going to go out and he was going to stand by a street lamp and it was going to be, slowly, coming down around him. And it's going to be so peaceful. So I sent him a video of the shitstorm that happened after I got here. I'm like, have fun.
Yeah, it's not going to work how you think it is.
That's right. He's like got this whole thing of, this image of Love Actually, or something like that, standing on the corner, having a romantic kiss, in the middle of a slow snowfall. And then you send him like people trying to dig their way out of 2 meters of snow. Is like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And I'll
that's
tell
not
you
for me.
something else about snow. It is heavy.
Yeah.
Yes.
It looks light and fluffy, but that stuff is heavy. It's like lifting gallons of water with your snow shovel.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Definitely
Water, the
sounds
heaviest
good.
substance on the planet.
Yeah. Well, in one of the videos, there was a snowblower. There was like someone using a snowblower. He's like, why are they making more snow? And I'm like, no, they're just blowing it or like they're moving it. It's a snow mover.
Because
Snow mover.
we get such little snow here that like when you go to even one of the ski fields, like the snow fields, they have to be generating snow, right? So they have the snow makers blowing the snow out. And that's what it looked like to me. I'm like, hang on, it's a freaking blizzard. Why are they making more bloody snow?
Why are they doing
moving
this?
it from one place to another. I'm like,
Yeah.
Don't speak about Jeremy Renner with one of them, though, innit? With his snowplow.
Oh, how's he doing, by the way?
He's home. That's all I know. That he's home and he's got obviously got help, but they said it could be a while because he was lucky that he lived near a doctor. He was the doctor who saved him, wasn't he? He's one of his neighbors.
Wow.
crazy.
Would have lost a leg and everything.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was just when I say when I was reading about it and everything else, and it was something like a 6-ton vehicle. I'm like,
Wow.
what the hell? He really must be an Avenger if one of them can crush him and he's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Scary.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
insane.
I must say, speaking of scary, guess what?
What?
I think my house is haunted.
What?
What?
Honest to God.
By
Now,
who?
no
That's
idea. Because no, it's not. It's I've gotten like on a couple of videos is that I've been recording, and if you remember, Les, we were on a stream with Aaron last year,
Yeah.
and remember a bang happened over there, and all my collectibles fell down.
Yes.
It keeps happening now. Every time I'm recording, it keeps going, and there's only one cabinet that is happening in, and I filmed.
Is it the
Same collectibles. I've got it filmed as well. That I've gone over there and I'm banging on the cabinet, knocking it. Nothing's fallen over. And then
Ooh.
I got it on camera. It's literally and you hear the bang.
Which ones are falling?
There's my Ninja Turtle, which is kind of funny,
Yeah.
and also the horror ones.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's kind of interesting.
Have you looked up the history of that property? Your property?
We were the first people in the house, so it's been around for quite some time and everything else. And like I say, with sarcasm, he said on one of the videos and stuff, because I say in one of the videos you can hear the bang and everything, and I just put it in and I started talking, and say by in front of me, which is the long wall, is a solid brick wall, and then that goes into the hallway and the kitchen.
Okay.
And again, we live in a cul-de-sac as well.
Okay.
So there's no big trucks going along all the time.
Yeah.
And say down that way then is to say it's the bathroom, and then it's my back garden, and that goes up a cliff. So
interesting.
It's very interesting.
Only when you're recording.
It's happened a few times. Say my dad's walked past. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna go to the toilet or whatever. He goes down. He's like, oh, it's knocked down again. I'm like, yeah. And even he's even he's like, you know, he's like, oh, when you get some blue tack, I was like, you know what? Yeah, we'll try that. But the majority of the ones that keep falling, they actually got big circular bases.
So
which got little
so they're not unbalanced.
No,
they're not unbalanced. Yeah.
So
interesting. Have you watched that is it Netflix? The Netflix series Haunted House or how? You know, the
28 Days Haunted.
28 Days Haunted, where
I was going to watch it, but I started watching it, and I don't know why, just the beginning when they were just like, going, I was like, oh, fuck off.
Well, you should watch it because like there's a little bit of that, but it's also interesting because some of it, like, you know, watching it with an open mind, I was like, yeah, okay, that seems like it's just hammed up for the show. But then some of it that happens, I was like, well, shit, you're like that. Actually seems like it could happen, you know.
Yeah, there's a few things. Like say, my dad laughed a bit. I told my mum, and she was like, "Don't make jokes about that." You know, it's like I'm like my dad. Though it's like, if we see it, we believe it.
Well, you know what you should do, or what you could do. Not you should do, but you could do.
Set up a camera.
Well, set up a camera, but get one that's got infrared as well.
Oh, I was gonna say, I've already got this ready for it, so just aim it right at it. You know.
Yeah.
But say, that's my old one. That is.
See if you can get an app or a filter or something that will run infrared, so you can see other light spectrums. Because
see what's going on with it.
Usually, you can only see like the tiniest little bit of spectrum of light. But if you can expand that out, who knows what you'll see?
Never know. But yeah, see, so I thought I'd bring that up because see, it is interesting. But
very interesting.
Again, it's a bit like all right, fucking ghosts or whatever. And that's like, maybe it could be. It's when you get certain things. Again, it's like we've talked about in the past. I don't believe in God or the afterlife or anything like that.
Right.
But my mum does. You know, my sister does. My dad does to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh right, you know. Again, my grandfather did, which, funnily enough, I do have his ashes upstairs. Yeah, but he died in 2008.
Okay, so that wouldn't be it.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, if he's taking this time, he's taking his fucking time doing it. I know he couldn't walk properly back then, but come on.
Maybe he's been chilling out for a while. Maybe he's been at the beach.
Over a decade, just biding his time.
Time means nothing in the other world.
That's true.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's true. Time is just a construct. It doesn't exist.
It's funny, you know, like I don't believe like I'm not religious or anything like that, right? But it's funny how much we say we don't believe things that we can't see, taste, or touch. But our perception of those things is based on simply our own, what we can pick up vibrationally, the spectrums of light that we can see, because a whole bunch of other things exist that we just can't see.
Like, oh, God,
and Wi-Fi is the best example. We all believe in Wi-Fi because it does things on our phones and stuff with the internet.
Oh, yes.
But then you move to one other thing and you go, well, oh, that's just rubbish. I can't see that. That's not real.
And they're like, well, where's the Wi-Fi?
Well, where's the Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Well, same with sounds. There's areas of sound that you can't hear.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of them.
Let's say sound waves. It's like, again, there's a video of someone, they've done like the biggest, I can't remember what decibel it was, but they got massive speakers in the back of this lorry. And obviously, you know, when you film it, you can see the waves, can you? If it's so high. and there's just a ton of group of people in front of it, and all their hats are blown off, and you could see just the wave of sound coming through it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just
Can't
like,
hear it, but you can see
that's scary.
Yeah.
Again, like you can't see it with the naked eye. On which again, it's like with these kind of lights I got. If you put a camera on some of them, you can see just all the lines going through it.
Really?
Which is all, yeah. I'll try and fix it up by here now, and I'll show you.
Well, isn't it funny that you just got me thinking with the sound example. So when I was in the army and we were doing demolitions, right? So the part of the demolitions, like the actual explosive and when it actually explodes, the part that does the damage is not like the fireball that you would see. It's actually the shock wave that goes out first that you can't see. So in terms of like interaction on a physical level and impact on a physical level, things that you can't see can absolutely impact things in a physical sense. Because when you super slow-mo the explosion happening on a video camera and you super slow-mo it, you can actually just make out the outline of the shockwave expanding
and that's
out.
what pushes you, and
that's what does all the damage.
Yeah. By the way, Dan, David likes your background.
Oh, thank you.
We were watching one of your videos. I forget which one. Rogan? Something.
Oh, the Joe Rogan one.
Joe Rogan. Yeah, David wanted to see that, so we watched it, and he said, "Oh, I like his background."
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Quite cheap as well. Like I was showing before. Right, let's have a look by there. Red.
Ooh.
Is that like a wall, or is that superimposed?
No, it's I got some right here.
It's an illusion.
Yeah.
It's the
They're
matrix.
All in your head.
plastic.
Oh.
That's all they are. Bit of plastic sheeting. On
very cool.
Amazon it was £70 for
Oh, those are pretty.
I think like 36, 40 of them.
And
That's
then
really
So
you
good.
got
you can do the most of the wall. They come in white and other kind of shapes.
very pretty.
Mm.
It suits you. Like it's just you.
Yeah.
The blue's good.
It's- I can't find the color now. Watch me not be able to find it.
Oh, that's pretty.
I'm trying to see on the background now. But yeah, what it is, it was normally on the green. That you could see like the little wavy lines.
That's cool. Yeah.
I can't find it. Let's see if it happens. It may go off because it's an old flood lamp one. But like Stevie was saying with the slow motion videos, when you see that kind of thing coming out, the sound barrier, that's the kind of effect that goes on these lights through a normal camera. And I don't know why, but you know.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah. Yes, I've got a quick text. I'm going to say we got people in the chat as well. So again, thank you guys for coming along. Like I say, it's been a while since we've done a stream, obviously.
Yeah.
And like I say, last time we actually talked, all of us, it's been about a month and a half now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Month and a half,
Yeah.
nearly 2 months.
Yeah.
I think it was a Friday night. I
It
at the
was.
beach.
It was. We even had soups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Soups
For a
was even
while.
with us. Yeah. Now she's just too busy gallivanting, having a life.
I don't think she's actually doing anything. I think she's just sick of our shit.
Yeah, she's just a party animal now, isn't she?
She is.
That's all she is.
And I love it. I love
Yeah.
getting those text messages.
Oh, Linda,
Mhm.
what do you think of all these UFOs?
You know, I think David's more interested in those things than I am. I don't know what to think, to be honest with you. I just figure we got, I think this stuff's just been going on for a long time. I don't know what kind of data they're collecting or anything, but well, we got one, we came across the United States and they took it out right off the Carolina coast, one up near Alaska and one in Canada, just over the Alaskan border. And I mean, we don't even know for sure where they're from. I
No.
mean, they're saying they're from China, and they probably are, if that's what they think they are. But we'll know
I was
more
saying to
about them, I
Les,
think.
say, because after the first or second one they shot down, the one that was off the coast, Russia came out and said that they shot a similar one down. And they
Oh.
never said it was America or anyone. So, but like I say, it most likely is from China, you know. But I really do hope it is aliens, because I would love that.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if the Americans put up these balloons themselves and then went, "Oh, bang, bang! Look, we shot it down.
We're saving you. We're keeping you safe." Yeah. I think it's a distraction. I think it's a massive distraction for what they're actually doing. I don't know, because there's something. What is going on? It could be, the Federal Reserve. It could be anything, but I think it's a mass distraction to have us thinking that there's an alien invasion. And not too long ago, there was a guy saying that there was going to be an alien invasion, and it was going to be like this huge hoax. Like it would just be a simulation of it, but to have everyone once again,
Matrix.
Because we're getting too comfortable not being in fear. They need us in fear to keep us controlled. So I'm not buying any of this shit. I do hope it's aliens. I hope it's, mom and dad coming to check in on their babies, but I don't believe it for a second. I don't believe anything that the government tells me. I don't believe it. I'm not buying it. I think it's just a huge distraction. That's just me in my humble cheap seat opinion.
You a prepper, Les?
Well, it's not the first time that's happened.
So maybe I'm a prepper.
A mental prepper. Yeah.
I would love to be a prepper. I mean, you know what? Me and my dad were talking about this a while ago, and because we've just started watching the TV series again, we've already seen it, but the Tim Allen one, Last Man Standing, where obviously he, the shop, the outdoor man with all the guns and everything, and me and my dad were like, if we were over there, I think we would be preppers.
Yeah,
it's just like, and all this kind of stuff. We've been going through it, and even with all like the firearms, me and my dad were like, I would definitely try and buy just a massive area just so I could fire my guns on.
Yeah,
it's like with Soups, when Soups talks to us about it, I'm like, I could see the disadvantages of it, but I'm like, you know what? Yeah, if you're going to feel like you're going to be protected that way, do it.
Yeah.
Like you were saying as well, weren't you, Linda?
I'm sorry?
You were saying as well about a firearm license, weren't you, a while ago?
Yeah, I have a concealed carry permit.
That's so cool.
But the people that haven't got it's like, it's
badass Linda.
Yeah. See, folks, we did tell you Linda was a badass.
Yeah. You didn't believe us, did you?
Well, now
you'll find out.
They're trying to go a little too far here in this state. They're trying to get open carry allowed on college campuses. I'm like, why do we need open carry on college
campuses?
You
campuses?
Don't.
Well, it's because everyone keeps, upsetting everyone's fifis by not calling them the right thing, or so there's a lot of danger there with name calling and stuff. It's
can't forget the was it Idaho,
right? 4 people
at the college. It's like, to me, if I see with them trying to get that through, and if they try and use that to push that agenda through, that's a bit like, that's kind of making the open season for everyone.
I told David, I said, I'm glad we're old and we don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I guess like if you do that with colleges, you're going to have arguments resolved now by gunfire. Right? Like,
we'll go back to what
to the old 10 paces and turn.
10 paces, right?
Yeah.
We'll go back to that kind of nonsense. Yeah.
I'll meet you by the law building in 9.
That's it.
The law building.
The law building.
A lot of people are not emotionally mature enough to handle their emotions.
Yeah.
So add an open carry gun to that situation. Well, it's just a recipe for a disaster. Just a goddamn recipe for disaster.
I'm not sure what the age to even have a gun is in this state. And, you start college at about 17 or 18 years old. So you telling me like maybe the only people who can carry a gun to begin with would be 21-year-olds. So you got 3 years of people not allowed to carry guns. Right. And in 1 year of people allowed to open carry right there on the camp. I don't know.
Yeah.
there's so many laws regarding it. I think that's what I say here in the UK as well. We kind of get our, like when we hear about, in certain states, you can be 16, can't you, and have a firearm?
Possibly. It must be 16 or 18 here in this state because
drinking age is 21.
Well, I know I
you
saw.
can't drink till you're 21, so at least you won't be like shooting drunk, I guess.
Well, I know I saw some state in America where, like probably to be the legal owner of the firearm, you have to be a certain age. But
yeah,
like,
I've seen little girls
kids,
firing guns on ranges and stuff.
But parents are buying their like 7-year-old rifle for Christmas. Like that's the Christmas present. So
young kids hunt. This is a hunting state, and the Monday before Thanksgiving, in November, everybody takes off. There is a county that I used to live in that they close schools down that whole week of Thanksgiving so everybody can go hunting.
Wow.
Yeah. They don't do it here in my county.
Sounds pretty cool, to be honest. It's like, go hunting for the week, like, go
Monday
hunt
morning at dawn, Monday morning at sunrise, deer hunting begins.
Well, what I think would be fair, like if we just look at this as a planetary view, right? What would be fair is if, so they have that weekend of hunting, right, where humans go out and hunt the animals. Yeah. Give the animals a whole weekend as well to go and hunt the humans, and see how all so humans good. Like it.
Yeah. I'm not for hunting. I am not for hunting whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm not really into hunting.
Other people what to do. I'm just not for it. But then they get mad because in around our area, there's a lot of coyotes. There's wolves and coyote problems, and potentially bears. And they're like, "Well, it came into our community." It's like you built your house in his home,
in his community.
Yeah, you can't go fuck. Like
go fuck.
Yeah. Like no, we are not the superior race in all this. Like
I don't think we're allowed to shoot the coyotes. We've got them starting in. We're getting on my Facebook group, they're spotting them in my neighborhood more and more, but I don't think shooting them is supposedly an option at this point. I think you're supposed to just leave them alone. If you just leave them alone, they'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
Well, when we went to the Great Barrier Reef, the lady the marine biologist was telling us about, the animals and the ecosystem on the reef and everything. And she's like, there's about worldwide, there's somewhere between like 8 and 12 fatal shark attacks every year. 8 and 12 for 8 billion people. And then she's like, so how many sharks do you think are killed by humans every year? Over 100 million sharks are killed by humans.
Yeah.
That number is just unfathomable. It's just like, there's that many sharks in the world?
Enough that you can kill that many.
Yeah.
And every year. Yeah. And how is there still any left?
And why are we killing them? What are we killing them for?
Yeah.
Well, you do have shark fin soup.
Which is meant to be illegal.
Yeah. But in certain areas, obviously in Asia, it's not.
Yeah.
So,
but how crazy is that? Like 100 million.
That just said no.
Any animal.
More people die from bee stings than shark attacks. Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? Get rid of all the bees? No.
We die. Yeah, that's what we get rid of them. That's fucked.
Yeah.
I've seen The Happening. I know what happened.
Oh my god, that film.
The bees.
Oh,
it's true, but that's a terrible movie.
Such a bad film. Who's been watching The Last of Us?
No, we haven't watched that.
No.
Is it any good?
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't watched the latest episode where some people are like, "Oh, I don't buy that." I'm like, well, it's basically a zombie TV series, because that's what the clickers are and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's if you've played the game, it's sticking kind of faithful to the game, but they're adapting certain parts to make it better.
Well, I never saw the game, so I'm probably going to be happier with it if I didn't.
You more than likely will. Les, you had your hand up?
Zombie thing. There's rumors and talks that they have. So pretend I have my tinfoil hat on. That they've actually found a bacteria and named it the zombie whatever.
No way.
The zombie virus.
Need to find this.
Yeah.
That's where they're going.
So it's just like they're getting us ready for it. It's like they're priming our brains to be okay with it, like The Walking Dead and this and that and blah blah blah. But it's almost like they're getting us ready for something, like just kind of dulling down our systems to, it's okay.
I saw Lily Potter's mentioning NASA as well. There you go, the zombie virus. Yeah. But the whole thing with Mars, Lily Potter, is hilarious to me. Like,
yeah.
Depending on what it is, but I probably wouldn't believe anything NASA says about it, because NASA is the biggest cover-up place on the planet. And like, if you watch documentaries on other platforms and from other sources, like Gaia is a good one, they actually show pictures of Mars that are not tampered with and not censored, and it's got a nice blue atmosphere around Mars.
It looks like Earth.
It's not red at all. It's actually got a nice bluey green atmosphere around it. So I'm with you. Like, let's keep an eye on that stuff. But I wouldn't believe NASA as far as I could throw them.
Yeah.
Right. And because when we saw that, because we were watching this Billy Carson thing, he's like, this is what Mars actually looks like. And I looked at him like, and that's why Muskie wants to go.
Right.
Because he can actually do it. It looks inhabitable. Like it's got water, it's got land, it's got an atmosphere. It looks very pretty, looks very clean. It looks like something quite possibly we've left before to come here to fuck it up. And then like we already fucked it up once. So we came here fucking this one up. So we're just going to go back because it's regenerated itself because no one's there. It was one of those things. It's like, well, now I get it.
Yeah, it was so
now I get it.
It's just so much. Like I say, we got Rayo, and we also got Bowser talking about it as well. But it's like say with this and here, the scientists revive it, and because I remember this, it was literally a big block of ice. There was a person or something on there.
Yeah,
and it's again, don't know if it's you in America or whatever, but Red Dwarf in the UK, huge sci-fi show, and they actually had someone that he was I can't remember the name of it now. Pathogen virus. It was in this woman who was in a block of ice. They thaw her out, she revives, but as soon as she bites someone, she transfers it and she dies. And the next person gets it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh
There's
my God,
so many things.
They got plans.
Yeah.
They got big plans for us.
So many things going on. It's like we were talking about the facial recognition. You know, and like say was guys, Stevie was saying it's fucking crazy.
Yep.
And say Stevie's got a video and that's coming out later on today or tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. So I'm gonna have to go in a second, but before I do, yes, I've got a video coming out on this because the country where I live, that glorious government who everyone for some reason, or a lot of people seem to think that governments care about us and they do all these things for us.
Yeah.
Which is absolute rubbish. But what they're doing, it's already happened. This is not a proposal. It's already happened on our government website. So already we have this thing called MyGov, which is like where all our Medicare and all that stuff is kept. Now they've got a little section down the bottom saying, add your digital identity. And to do that, you need to put your face here and have facial recognition. And like a lot of people go, oh, well, that's just great. That's so convenient. Look at me go. Until the government says, you sir, with that face, last week you said something that was, in a disagreement with what we say. And so now, sorry, we're going to restrict your access to Medicare. We're going to restrict your access to shopping.
Your
centers.
money, your funds.
Freeze your bank account because you said something we don't like.
Yep.
And so I'm going to do a video on that. And but what I did see was that you can actually, there's a way to remove yourself off the MyGov website. So I'm going to try and do that later. Anyway, I'm going to do a video on it and see what happens there. But anyways, I will leave everybody with that. So good to hang out. Dan, thanks so much for having me.
No worries.
Les is going to stay, but I'm out. I've got to go do some stuff. But lovely to see everybody.
Lovely to see you, mate.
And I'll see everybody again soon.
Bye, Stevie.
Bye.
See you later, mate. Thank you for coming on. We still got Les and we still got Linda. Yeah.
I'll be here another 20 minutes or so. I got to make dinner.
Oof.
Oh, it's dinner time. That's right.
What are we having?
I have no idea.
Oh.
That's why I got to go, because I have no idea. Probably be something in the freezer.
You're good for that. You're really good at always having something available.
I've got some leftover lasagna, I think, from a couple
nice.
nights ago, so we may have that.
I had spaghetti bolognese tonight, pasta bolognese myself. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, Bowsette is thinking of Domino's. Yes.
Ooh.
Les, we have a question. So when is Les moving to the snake-infested spider hole?
That's none of anyone's business.
Ooh, you heard it here first. Right. Obviously, we spoke about this before the stream started, but I want to get a few people in the chat and just to see what they think of
Yeah.
Just guys in the chat, what do you think of Sam Smith wearing this?
Well, first of all, I really don't even know who Sam Smith is. I just remember seeing him at the Grammys. And David thought in that red thing he was wearing that he had gained a lot of weight. And then we saw him in another outfit later, and he clearly had not gained weight. So that's about the extent of my knowledge on him.
Yeah, let's say it's Sam Smith. I don't really rate Sam Smith, but the voice is nice. They have got a nice voice, but apart from that, though, I'm just like, yeah, no. But it's like sarcasm. He looks like a twat that thinks he's at Bikini Bottom. Well, it's like what I said to Les and Stevie earlier. He does look like a giant butt plug, which is what he does look like.
Looks like a space suit.
Oh, them. That's what they look like.
Them, yeah. It's here in the UK this morning, Linda. Someone on Good Morning Britain. All they said was, "How did he get into this outfit?" And they literally went to town on this person because Sam Smith goes by they, them for their pronouns. And they wanted this woman to be fired and everything. And when it comes to that sort of thing, to me, that is just absolute horseshit.
Okay. Did this person know? Sorry, did this person know that that's what they wanted to be referred to as? Because we just don't automatically. I want to be referred to as the most wealthiest woman on the planet every single goddamn time, and you had better. Yeah,
Sam Smith has made a massive horse show out of their pronouns for so long now, and it's annoying.
I didn't know that.
No, it's because you had a lot of people going on. Sam Smith was one of them who, because you had the whole backlash against the Brit Awards this year. Yeah. Because Sam Smith was one of the key components of making it non-genderless. No gender. And this year, because 5 males were nominated, Sam Smith automatically went, that's wrong. 50% should be at least female. I thought you wanted it to be genderless.
He's designating.
Exactly.
Yeah. Who is he to dictate? And as soon as you make something genderless, so that's fine if in his world he wants to make things genderless. In his world, that's fine. But what does that make me now? Am I not allowed to be a woman? I like being a woman. I enjoy it. I don't want to change that.
How's that? 100%. No gender, then all males. Yeah. It's the way it just went about. It was like, really? This is how you want to die on this hill?
Yeah, it's a stupid hill to die on. Let me tell you, that's my opinion. Be what you want, but don't tell me what I need to be.
Yeah,
this is the problem because a lot of these people as well, they're the ones who are having a go at J.K. Rowling.
What now? What's she do now?
Because she's sticking up for women.
Yeah, they're always after her for anything she says. It's like no matter what she says, it's wrong.
Oh, sure. Well, she might as well just keep talking then.
Yeah, and she does.
Yeah. It's like with the game Hogwarts Legacy, the new one. This is what I don't seem to understand with a lot of people is when they say they're going to boycott something, and especially when it's a video game, which here in the UK now, this game costs £69 for a standard edition.
Wow.
And it goes up to like £100 odd pounds. And they're buying this game and then they're destroying it. It's like, they don't care if you destroy it. You've already given them a sale.
That's
right. Got your money. It's already going to be number one. If you want to boycott it, you boycott it.
You don't buy.
Yeah. one of the things, Bowsette, yeah, Les, I think Les's mic is going out. It was working. Now it's not that good.
I think it's a little bit of an echo, probably due
Yeah.
to the fact that Stevie stepped away. I don't know if he had earphones on or what may have
No.
changed.
Eek. I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, that
Okay.
sounded
You know
better.
what? I can do this. Hold on.
Yeah, that sounded better.
Yeah.
To figure out how to do that.
I think you sound okay now. Maybe you just needed to get a little closer to the mic.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of an echo on my part with the volume.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's so many things they've done with this game. You had streamers who have literally cried on stream because the people in their chat are being so horrible to them and so disgusting. And it's kind of like, well, you're saying you're against bullying, you're against harassment.
Mm-hmm.
But that's exactly what you're doing. You know? Bunch of hypocrites, that's what they are.
Well, and it's funny, well, I don't want to go into that. We were talking about something before we came on the air. Forget it. Not going there.
That's fine. Don't worry, you got a concealed permit, you're fine.
I'm fine.
Anyone comes near you, get away from me.
And I got a new modem, so
Yes.
Exactly.
There it is.
Sabine, yeah, the whole thing is just bizarre. It's just gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. My dad said about it, which was actually a very good analogy of it, is they go out there and they go on about, again, you know, like with certain things with vaccines for science and all this kind of stuff, and they're all there and they're like, yes, believe the science, believe it. And then when you say about biology, no, science is wrong.
Yeah.
Well, which one's which?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I was like, all right, Dad, you know, I can see that. Because the big thing at the moment is I follow libs of TikTok on Twitter, and you've got men who have transitioned, and they're like, yes, I have PMS every month. I have I have that time of the month. Have you not seen them?
No. But you know what? I'm doing a video on this because I saw a reel the other day. And it was the school board was trying to get tampons and pads put in the men's boys' bathrooms because not everyone who menstruates is a woman. What?
I'm so glad I'm old. I keep saying that, but I mean it.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm old too because I'm not understanding this. And this woman was very convinced that what she was telling me was true. She's like, she's trying to gaslight me into thinking that someone other than someone with fallopian tubes and ovaries is going to menstruate.
No.
What?
Oh, look, if I got the volume. Let me know if you can hear this.
Yeah. Oh, nope.
No.
I lied.
I heard something.
I did hear something too.
Give me a minute. I'll try and figure this out now. But yeah, it's just so many things are going on with all of this. And like you're saying with the uterus thing, it's like biology. This is how a female body's work and your male's body work. And it's sad.
It is.
It's not like, oh my God, oh, you're sad or whatever. It's like, it genuinely is it's not, upsetting levels of sad, because it's like, you can't enforce this onto children.
Right.
Because they're going to grow up thinking, oh, well, that's wrong because these people on TikTok said it.
Yeah.
And the way TikTok is.
I'm glad I don't have any kids in school that I have to worry about with that sort of thing.
Oh, you know what? I haven't got any kids, and I'm glad I haven't got any kids
Me too.
at this point in time, you know?
Yeah.
Come on now. So we'll look. Oh, there we go. Let me know if you can hear this.
Understand or listen. So, hi, I'm Mama Rose. I am a transgendered woman. I go by she, her, they, them pronouns. And I can tell you right now, my period I experience every month is very real, very valid, and very painful. But you know what? You go ahead and keep invalidating trans women. You go ahead and keep telling them that their experience is not real. You go ahead and keep telling them that, because if that makes you feel like a real woman, if that makes you feel so big and important, sweetie, then you go do it. Whatever helps you sleep at night, boo-boo. But I'm here to tell you the real facts. Trans women experience menstrual cycles. Not all of us. Oh, no, not all of us. No. Some of us are lucky and don't have to go through it. And then some of us, like myself, go through it every month. Every month. The cramps, the bloating, the fatigue, the nausea, all of it. The only thing I don't get is a menstrual cycle. I don't bleed. That's the only difference.
Oh, fuck.
Is what makes.
I'm going to stop it there because it's still literally another minute and a half of
I
it.
get it.
Why do I
get it.
even care?
Well, I don't care, but
Why
I
do
get
I care about her personal problems?
Yeah.
she's manifested this, or they, or whatever she wants to be called. She has manifested this thing to happen every month because she doesn't bleed. So that's not an actual menstruation.
Right.
But to go through all the symptoms, she's manifesting this. That's
A
all
lot of-
she's doing.
A lot of women can show all the signs of being pregnant and
Yes.
not be, simply
Yeah.
because they want to so bad or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and obviously when they're like, oh, everyone wants to be treated the same, which is how I see the world anyway.
Mhm.
You treat others how you want to be treated.
Yes.
That's how I've grown up. That's what I was taught. In my school, I was taught that. That's why I'm only a prick to some people and not others.
Right.
And, best friends, they're pricks. They know that, it's exactly how friendships are. But when I saw that, and again, you got people in the comments, obviously they're fighting and everything else. And it's just sad to see that, again, like you were saying, this person has literally manifested that there, saying, oh, no, they actually do think they have that.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's not that though, is it?
No.
And there was one video as well I saw, again on Twitter, I'll tag Stevie, I'll put in the chat after. And it literally shows a female human body, and it's going through the emotion of it, and like, they don't want to believe this.
No.
And then
Shame.
again, these are also the ones though who start having a go at people, like Lily was saying in chat, and they are the people that are actually homophobic and point to videos like this that say, look, you all had a go at this person, you're all homophobic. Well, no, it's facts.
Yeah.
Scientific facts.
Yeah.
And sarcasm, 100% correct. There are only two types of people in the world, assholes and non-assholes. Yes.
Yes.
That's it,
Yeah.
But it's scary because, again, I understand, obviously, like with when you get that science thing there, that really gets to me because it's like, come on, you're not. That's not happening. If you want to transition, great. Be you. Be
Go
who
ahead.
you want. Be who you want to be. But don't start going around saying that you have all this when you physically can't do it.
Yeah. Just because you have the symptoms doesn't mean
Exactly.
you're actually going through it. And I'm not going to take away their, the what they go through every month, because who am I to say if it happens or not? But the bleeding part is where I say bullshit. That is
Yes.
where I say bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. One of my closest friends actually transitioned female to male, and he never talks about it. Ever. If you didn't know, like weren't personally told by him, you would never know. You would
Which
never know.
one thing you will see is that a lot of that, the ones who have transitioned and the ones who are having a happy life,
Yeah.
they don't want to
he's so
talk
happy.
about it. They don't want to talk about it. Like, nope, don't, whatever. They don't bring it up with people. But then again, you get people like that we just saw, which it's the same as on Twitter and everything else. It always happens. It's always a small minority of people. They're the ones who make the loudest noise.
Yes.
And they're the ones who the world sees, and the world gets their perceived emotions because of
Yeah.
those people there.
Yeah.
But then everyone's like, oh, well, it's because I was like, well, no, you think this because basically look how these people acted. Like that person in that video there, it's if you showed that to a child, which sadly in schools, they're trying to do certain things with that, aren't they? Did you see the video of the teacher who got fired?
No.
I heard about it. She was moaning and on TikTok again and saying, sure, I don't call my students their dead names. Okay. And she's going on about that and the genders and all that. And she was making all the kids use they, them pronouns and non-gender and all this. And the headmaster or the principal, they said, no, you call them what they are. That's their name, or whatever they are. That's what they want to be called. And you're, oh, that's it. I was put on this earth just to do this. I'm sorry, to what? To confuse children? And then she posted a video the next day, bawling her eyes out. I got fired.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah, because she goes, I'm going against them. And she did. And you're, no, they, them, and I'm teaching these. But the worst thing is, though, I think they were like 6th or 7th graders. So young kids. Which is like, come on. What's
that's
going
a very
on?
impressionable time. They have no idea what's going on as it is. They don't need somebody trying to tell them what to think and what to be. I'm just like,
right.
Let them be what they want.
Exactly. Sarcasm, 100,000% with it. Teach my kid that people can be whatever they want as long as they are happy and don't act like assholes.
That's right. And don't tell me what to be.
Yes. And then Bowser, let kids be kids, basically. Exactly again.
Why are they not out playing?
Which is, again, with that there, this is what I say with Nia, my niece. She's 11 now, and this Christmas gone, I was like, oh, what do you want? Do you want here? Oh, do you want this doll? And again, I'm still thinking like she's a kid.
Dolls.
Yes. Even though she is, she's 11, she goes, no, I want this. I was like, wow. It's like she's growing up. And again, my mum's the same. When I went shopping with mum the other day and she was looking at things and she went, oh, I may buy this for Nia for her birthday. I'm like, mum, she's going to be 12 on her next birthday. Yeah. And it was like a dress set sort of thing for dolls and all that. I was like, mum, it's not anymore. Like, say, for Christmas gone, this is what blew my mind. When I was 11, I'll always remember, it was 1997, I was 11, and I was having Star Wars toys and everything and everything else. And she's 11, and she had a new iPhone. I bought a Polaroid camera because she wanted the Instamax camera.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'll get you one of them. She also wanted a pair of Crocs. So I bought her a pair of Crocs. Yeah. And it was like makeup and money. And I'm just like,
wow.
You're 11. You should be having children things. It's gone to the point where, like say, I am thinking now about this. When she was a kid, Christmas was amazing. Because you do grow out of it when you get older. Yeah. And, sarcasm, you know me, mate. Like, say I'm 37 and I got shit ton of toys over here. And, but it's like, I really do wish that she was still in the age like 7 to 10. Yeah. Because that's when she was cool. Now she's she's in secondary school, she's in high school. Yeah. And some of the things, it's like, oh, shut up, Nia. It's that sort of thing. It's like, you don't know shit. Yeah. And because I had to laugh because I think I told you all. It was when I was on stream one day and Nia said something, and because she was in the room she was, and my mum and everything, and I was doing a stream, and my mum went to her, she goes, Nia, you don't swear, you don't hear Uncle Danny swear, and she was watching my stream. Oh, I was playing a video game, and I went, you motherfucker. Yep. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, because I had a knock on the door. My Nia, she's like, Uncle Danny, you've been told off. I'm like, what for? She goes, you swore. I was like, why are you watching me? but yeah, it is. Like say Lily, at 11, reading books and stuff. It's just the way that now they're just getting older, and they're getting older quicker than what we were. Or I was, say at your age and everything else. It's absolutely crazy.
Just trying to think what I was doing at age 11. It was the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was probably looking for like jelly shoes or something.
I was playing Partridge Family albums in my neighbor's basement.
There you go.
Hey.
There you go.
That's about the time when I got stepped on by a horse, too.
I'm sorry. What? You need to explain this. I need to put you in
Oh, gosh.
happened?
No.
full mode. We need this.
No, my mom and dad and I went horseback riding, and stupidly, I got off the horse. And, the horse shuffles around, and he landed on my toe. And so I had to go to the doctors, and I lost my toenail, but nothing got broken. So, I was okay. But, yeah, I was about 11 when I got stepped on by a horse.
Oh.
Bit anticlimactic, but yeah, it's I was thinking like, oh my god, she like broke her foot or whatever,
No.
but yeah,
And
it's
I wasn't afraid. I'd get right back on a horse. In fact, I think we did. We went back horseback riding again, but no, we were trying to say what we were doing at 11 years old.
It is like everyone's like, oh yeah, different times. They were doing this, they were doing that. It's amazing to see what people were doing on different, around that age and everything else. Like, say, so I remember 97. It was Men in Black came out, and there's another Godzilla. And say, my dad took me to see Godzilla. I went and saw Men in Black. It was the first time when I was 11. I went to the cinema with my friends. First time when I was like, Men in Black was the first film we saw. And it's just thinking back, it's like, wow, it was so much easier. Didn't have phones.
Right.
Mobile phones weren't around when I was a kid. My dad had the reason my dad got a mobile phone in 1998 it was because I broke a rib in school.
Oh.
And what it was, where my school was situated, they've moved buildings now on the other side of the field. But it was like, there's the school, and there was a hospital right by here. They were not allowed to take me to hospital.
What?
Insurance reasons, not allowed. Teachers were not allowed to take me to the hospital.
What if you died from that broken rib?
Exactly. It could have punctured my lung and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously couldn't get a hold of my mum or dad. I rang my grandfather, my mum's dad in Cardiff. He's like, Dan, I can't come and get you. He goes, I'll try and find out where your mum and dad is. I rang my dad's dad, and he was bowling, because I used to go, not Temple, but bowls. And he was like, Dan, I'm not in Barry, I'm not in Cardiff, not in Barry, I'm not here. And he was like, what's wrong? Told him. He was like, shit. He's like, right, okay. And he was trying to figure out what to do. And I rang my nan then, my mum's mum, and she was going to send out my granddad. And she's like, right, he's coming to get you now. He'll take you to the hospital and all this. But my granddad passed my dad and mum on the way home. And he was like, right, he goes, flagged them down, told them what happened. And all I remember is my dad and my mother screaming at the teachers.
Yeah.
Literally like, what the fuck, scream. And I was just there. Obviously, I was in a lot of pain, but I was like, oh my God, this is great. I remember it. And then they took me to the hospital and did all the tests, broken rib, blah, blah, blah. Went home. On the way home, I passed out. Again, this is one of the things why I believe about certain things, but not everything, is I do believe in out-of-body experiences. Because I passed out, and I remember seeing my mum in the back of the car with me, just holding me like that as my in the car. Next thing I know, I wake up, and my mum was holding me.
Yeah.
I went to the hospital and everything else. I had it took my blood, and it was 0.9. Blood sugar just went completely. Whoa. Blood levels went right down. So, but yeah, that's why I'll always remember. And that's what my dad said, right, I'm going to get a mobile phone. Yeah. And it was a big fucking chunky thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
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 I was like, yeah, it was. It was literally, it was just seeing it. I was like, wow, my mum and dad, they're shouting at the teachers. Yeah. It's like, yeah, this is just great. But yeah, they wouldn't take me. One teacher wanted to, Mr. Dodd. He was the vice headmaster. And he was like, I'm taking him now. Because what happened, the old style radiators, which is like the metal ones, but it's like metal and bars going through in the metal loops.
Yes.
It was, I again, stupid, your kids running down the hallway, down the corridors. And again, because there was so many of us, a lot of us tripped, and I landed on it, on the radiator on my side. And I was like, oh, that hurts. Didn't know what happened, obviously, until we got into the hospital. And said, yeah, you've broken your rib.
Oh,
I had like a month off school, but again, no, they were like, you got to be very careful how you breathe.
Yes. Yeah,
But
you're not going on James Corden to do this.
Yeah,
or
you're not doing anything. Oh,
you're
yeah,
not doing that.
exactly.
Yeah. When someone's like, yeah, it's great to see your parents stick up for you like that, especially when it comes to school. The only time my mother ever gave my teacher shit was because I had an accent when I was little. And
from the UK?
From the UK, because
not really an accent. You're just you're normal.
I was normal. So I spoke normally when I was a child. And I used to spell, I still do. I don't used to. I never got out of it because every time I read it, I say, fuck you, Miss Haskett. I would write mom, M-U-M. And they kept telling me it was wrong.
Yeah.
And they thought I was a dum-dum because they couldn't understand why I just kept doing it. And so my mom went in and gave them shit. They're like, can you not tell the words coming out of her face, don't sound like you. And then there was another time where they honestly thought I was a dum-dum because I couldn't spell. But what was happening was that they were saying, spell it how you hear it. And because I wasn't hearing it with the accent, and because the slang and the people not pronunciating, pronunciation just isn't there. I was hearing like water as water, so I would spell it with a D.
Yeah.
Mom's like, oh. So my mom went in and she gave them shit. She's like, you're the people who can't speak. It's not her that can't spell. It's you who can't speak. Gave the
yes. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Foreigners.
When you talk about hearing, I've been watching, some movies on, say, Netflix, and I have turned the closed captioning on because I cannot understand half of what they're saying sometimes. These actors will mumble, or, they try to have some kind of accent that they don't do a very good job of. And
oh, yes.
I just couldn't hear half of it. So on Wednesday, I turned on the closed captions and I watched 1883, which is the first prequel to Yellowstone.
I was going to say, yeah, that's not the Harrison Ford one, is it? Harrison Ford's the 23 one, 1923.
I can't get into that one. I don't like that one. But I finally...
My dad's watched them all. He loves it. He goes, oh, you got to watch them. And I'm like, I need to find time.
I love 1883. I've watched it twice, but I turn the closed captions on so that I can understand what the heck's going on. So I can see where you're coming from. Different accents, you can't understand what the word is supposed to be.
Yeah. There is. When you see some actors who, again, it's like you're an actor, you got to try and at least...
You need to project for crying out loud.
Yeah, you need to at least do a good accent.
Don't mumble into your collar. So many of these people just mumble so bad.
It's say one thing I do like is that the majority of people who do the best accents are normally British actors. I've always stuck with that. Like obviously Alan Rickman, Christian Bale, you got them all. Gary Oldman, but it's interesting to see when you got some people who do accents. George Clooney, when he did one in Oceans, it was one of the Ocean films, and I was just like, no, that's not how you sound. It's it's just certain things, and I think I don't know why. I say when you look at some actors, you expect them to be whatever nationality they are,
right?
But I think the worst one though is probably Sean Connery. He sounded the same in every single role with a thick Scottish accent. Yeah. Even when he was in The Hunt for Red October playing a Russian, he still sounded Scottish.
It's so true. But Dan, I was just thinking because there's been a few actors that they have done such an amazing American accent. I am shocked to hear them actually speak.
Have you heard Christian Bale speak?
Not without an accent.
He doesn't sound as Welsh as me because he's Welsh.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound as Welsh as me, but he has got the bit of the tinge there when he speaks normally. And when I hear, I'm like, oh yeah. Even to me, I'm like, who are you? Because again, he normally puts on a normal English type accent when he's doing his interviews and all that.
Yeah.
But it was on Graham Norton here in the UK. That seems to be the only show where he has his normal, actual, real life accent, and everyone's like, "Oh God, what?" It's like, you don't sound like this.
Right. It throws me off. Like it throws off my brain for a second because there's been a few people I'm like, I didn't know they were like, I had no idea they were British. No clue, because they do such an amazing job at, because I guess it's the muscles. Because the funny thing is, I can't do a British accent. I cannot do it. Something has been traumatized out of me to do it, because people here in Canada would make fun of me for my accent. Kids would make fun of me, and the kids in England would make fun of me because it was kind of like a watered down version. So I kind of had like this mixed kind of bag of shit. So everywhere I went, so I just stopped talking. So I can't actually do one. So I think it's the muscles that we use, because in English, like the British accent, I think uses more muscles. So you actually have those muscles toned to be able to morph into any accent.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I just sound the way I sound. I can't sound any different. I can't do voices. I don't know if it's because I can't hear myself as well as some other people can, to try to modify the way I talk. So I just sound the way I sound.
Well, it sounds like an angel to me, Linda.
Well, you're very sweet.
You sound amazing. Right, so obviously from by here, we got Christian Bale. Go past the music.
Once he finishes kissing whoever he's kissing there.
Yeah, it's frozen for some unknown reason. Come on. Oh. Not working for some reason.
Maybe you're having a little bit of internet trouble.
And the Golden Globe.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, fantastic. We've been spoiled rotten at that table over there, Thank you so much. We're loving it. Thanks to the HFPA. I never really knew who those guys were. I'd always leave the press junkets going, who were those oddball characters in that room? Where they were all, I just usually sat there and they would argue amongst themselves, and I'd be going, hello, is anybody, I'm here. And now I know who you are. And I suddenly I've realized how wise and spectacular and perceptive those guys really are, that they're giving us this. They're amazing, really.
How mad is that?
Well, remember that time that he lost his shit? He lost his shit. He did it in an American accent.
Yeah, on the Terminator set.
That's it.
Yeah, and it's like he was in character. It's a big with Michael. Michael Caine always sounds the same. Christian Bale, Alan Rickman, Gary Oldman. I always compare them to what Robert Downey Jr. says in Tropic Thunder, and that's because I don't drop character till I do the DVD commentary. Because obviously he's blacked up, didn't he, for the role and all that. And he goes, if you don't think this is a real film, why are you still in character? He goes, I don't drop character till a DVD commentary. And I'm like, wow, that's what I think a lot of people see, like Alan Rickman, Gary Oldman, because they literally, like you're saying, when I first played that, this is Les's face. It is, because you don't expect him to sound like that.
No.
Like, I was in the room. It's like, normal. It is absolutely crazy, but I got me. It's just so much fun to see when people see, again, like what Les is saying, you see certain actors like, that's what you really sound like?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. It is
So
nice
good.
to see them come up to the mic like that, and then you get a real insight into more what they really are like. And you're right. A lot of them sound different than anything that you've heard them do on tape.
Yeah.
One of the biggest one, again, is Anthony Hopkins, because he has a very thick Welsh accent.
Does he now?
Yeah. when he did what was the interview for? The last film he did where his character had dementia and he was forgetting who his daughter was nearly every day and all that.
Oh,
Not The Father?
the father.
Is that what
Our
it's called?
Father? The father?
It's when he won the Oscar, didn't he? He won it last year. Yeah, he
yeah.
won the Oscar for it. Yeah, and because he said, "Oh, I can't." That's right. He goes because he was doing it. He goes, "I can't be there. I'm at my home in Wales," and he's talking, and it's really thick when he's talking about it.
Oh,
It's like,
I
yes.
love that man.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
Johnny's kind of the same way when
Mhm.
you actually hear him talk. I mean, we hear him talk in so many different voices.
oh
that
god, yeah.
during the trial and when you see him at a microphone, sometimes you're like, oh, that is his voice. I know it.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it, but
He's very quiet, and
it's just
I guess it's a bit like we say, a bit mumbly. It's like it's almost like he doesn't feel comfortable talking to people on a massive scale like that.
well, and he sounds
Yeah.
like a person who thinks about every word that he's going to say before he
yes.
says it.
Yes.
Because we
Keanu
were-
Reeves is like that as well.
He's
Oh,
very
okay.
quiet.
He
Very quiet.
when he's talking, you can see he's literally thinking, how can I say this? Or it's like he was taking photos before the whole Me Too thing started, and his arms around the people, but they're not touching them.
Yep.
And people picked up on it and like, oh, why is that? And someone just commented, probably doesn't want a sexual assault lawsuit on his hands.
Yep.
A couple of months later, all of that was happening. Oh, they groped me when they took a photo or whatever.
Yep.
And it's just sad to see.
Yep. He's a smart man.
Sarcasm, yes. I watched Alan Rickman last night, actually. Die Hard, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was his first film as well, which I was really quite surprised at. Yes, like I say, it's coming up to 10:30, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to be closing this off.
Yeah,
I gotta
Linda
go
needs
make
to have
some
dinner.
Yeah,
I
and
need
it's
to have
flown by.
breakfast.
Oh, yes. It is the morning for you.
It is.
What time is it now? 9:30, 10?
9:30.
9:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not too bad. Not too bad.
It's 5:30 p.m. here Monday evening.
Oof.
Very nice.
11:30 for sarcasm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, let's see, because it's he's over in Belgium.
Ah.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
been
this.
great. But say
Oh,
again,
different
thank you
time.
everyone for coming along. It's always been nice. And like I say, even though we talk off screen and everything else, and again, obviously, because, Les and Stevie have been gallivanting, we haven't really had a time to catch up properly.
We apologize.
But,
we were gone for a
shit.
while. Like we were gone for like 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
we apologize.
So
Well,
you
he doesn't.
should.
I do. He's
Yeah.
rude. He
Stevie
won't
doesn't give a
apologize.
shit.
No. he doesn't.
Sarcasm. Yeah, we'll say then. Say what we're going to do on this channel is going to be mostly doing things like this, just once or twice a week. I'm going to try and put a stream out or whatever, even if it's pre-recorded or whatever. Trying to get different people. I've even had the thought of doing one with my daddy, because a lot of people they've said, oh, because obviously they've seen him a couple of times,
Yeah.
and they're like, why don't you do one with your dad? And I'm like, it's like,
Yes,
okay,
please.
I may do, so we got that. But like I say, I got one coming up in the next 2 months from my uncle. He's he used to work for Disney, and he used to work for Marvel doing the comics. So that'll be insightful, because he's got some stories which he hates Disney. So just put it that way about how they treat their workers, which is not good. So yes, I'm also trying to get a few things now, a few things lined up. Jan and G, with the other channel, obviously I did get demonetized, but I get to reapply in just over a week.
Yeah.
So we'll see how
good.
that goes. I've spoken with Les about it, because obviously it happened to Les, to Stevie and stuff, and it's more than likely down to a few key people, but we got rid of a couple of videos. I didn't realize how many videos there were of the court case as well.
Yeah.
And say that before we do, guys, say there's one incident with Eliza Blue. You heard of her?
No.
I remember that.
Yeah, Linda has. So one of the things is Eliza Blue. She just became like famous overnight.
For what?
And so She's a sexual assault trafficking victim and all this
Or
kind
so
of stuff.
she says, is that her?
Straight away, yeah.
Okay.
And everyone has done, obviously did videos on it. Say, so many people, like say Tug, the Quartering, so many other people, and even new people I found and recently speaking with them, they've all had privacy complaints via YouTube's email. She's gone on saying, this is privacy, privacy, privacy. And these videos have been out for a decade. You know, some of them have been like a decade and a half on YouTube. And she's like, yes, it's private. But then it's like, yeah, it's not your video. You can't do shit. But YouTube took her side. And obviously with Twitter as well, a lot of people had their accounts suspended because they were just talking and retweeting an image which got the Quartering and Brittany Venti taken off Twitter. And it was a screenshot of a video that has been on YouTube for 7 years.
What?
And it's been public for 7 years. And it's not even her channel. And she's going on saying that she's a sex trafficking victim and everything else, and that she's done so much for all these people, and everything's coming out now. Even friends and family of hers are like, yeah, she's full of shit. Because I know her from Eliza Knows, and that was, bloody hell, in the early 2000s when My Chemical Romance was just starting, and she was she got engaged to the lead singer, but she literally stalked him, and she embedded herself into it, wormed her way in, a bit like Amber, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And she literally was going around on on radio shows saying, I'm the manager of My Chemical Romance. We're playing this arena, playing here, playing there. When they found out, they're like, yeah, fuck off. And he dumped her and everything. And then, guess what she did?
Doubled down, didn't she?
She went on MySpace and other forums. He did this to me. Yeah, that's all out there. So I did a video on that, and it was literally like 10 hours later when I was hit for demonetize.
Shoot.
And I was like, that's a bit of a coinky-dink. You know, like that's too much of a coincidence there. So
she's taking a playbook out of Ambi Pants.
Oh God, yeah. See, everyone in chat, they've all been following it. And I was like, yeah, everyone's calling it Amber 2.0.
Yeah.
And she's just taking it now to another level.
Because I'm not I don't want to invest my energy in places that's just gonna suck it away. I haven't been on Twitter, but I did notice that you mentioned something last week about the Quartering having some shit. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm just like, okay, what's going on? For whatever reason. And then I went down this like little mini rabbit hole of this woman, and that's who it was. And everyone was like, no, like, I was like, so I wouldn't have never have known if it wasn't for me just following that rabbit hole of you making a tweet. You know, my life is so much better not knowing this shit.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know how happy I am not knowing this shit?
Yeah. It's like, say, because I was seeing and I was thinking, I was like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, this woman is literally abusing all these systems just to try and get some kind of clout. The thing is, though, Elon Musk promoted her, basically, because they did a Twitter space in November. And that's when she gained like 100,000 followers on Twitter instantly. Because she was doing this space with Elon Musk.
Okay.
So it goes to show how much.
How did she get in bed with Muskie?
No one knows.
I'm just checking Twitter here, and Larry, the DUI guy, he's got a video coming in 2 hours. Let's discuss Eliza Blue's latest fraud.
Oh, wow.
DUI guy looks like he's going to have a live something.
Okay.
That'll be interesting to see.
Good luck to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, but everyone else, like I will sit back in my cheap seats and I will make comments and I will have my opinion, but I'm not touching that shit.
So you had thingy, bloody hell, who was it now? That Star Wars girl, Anna. Because Eliza Blue put out a tweet, I know the law. I guess you all should read up on it, blah, blah, blah. And a lawyer commented and went, you know shit. It's not your video, not your copyright. You haven't got nothing. That person got instantly blocked. And all the tweets were being deleted. It's like, oh yeah, I wonder why. Yeah, it's the when she came up with this sex trafficking thing and everything else, everyone was just like, yeah, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
You know,
when she said I was trafficked on Twitter, I was like, what?
Because this is the thing, because well, that's one of the things that she's brought up is because how everyone has made videos on her and people are profiting. It's a new form of sexual abuse.
Oh my fucking
Honest to
God.
Guys in the chat, like say Bowser, I know you saw that tweet and she brought it up because the quartering and everyone like, what is up your ass? Like, you know, like you're a fucking retard for saying that because it's like you're saying that now, you are literally just going to get so many people come after you for literally putting something like that and saying it. It's like, it's not a new form of sexual abuse. It's not. Oh. Yeah, okay, I did get less riled. But it's true, though. You see so many things coming out like that, and it's like, you really cannot be that stupid.
But people can.
There's stupid, and then there's like extreme levels going up.
Right.
Well,
and when you come out and say that, it's like, you serious?
Well, we've been following some of these people the last 3 years on the case. And we are just how we're so constantly re-amazed at some of the stuff people come up with.
And we
haven't learned yet that, yes, they're going to say stupid things and they're going to think stupid things. But yeah, they can constantly re-amaze you.
It's so true, Here we go. This is what it was. Today, I've decided to change my story as survivor. I've been abused a third time on a massive digital scale. And the one thing I do like about Twitter is that now all the recent events surrounding her and all this, like it's not really happening. You know, there's so many things you can do now. It's just, like I say, Bowser, I'll have a look now. There's so many things that they've done. It's just...
What's that green thing on Twitter? I'm never on it.
The current thing there?
Yeah.
So what it is, it comes up with like... Again, obviously you got so many people now talking about it, and when you put it down, you can put a thing on it, which can be like context. Where's another report? Follow this, and all this kind of stuff. Yeah.
So if it's a joke, you say, "Hey, this is a joke."
Yeah, and like, oh, this didn't really find out or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a minute. I just she's one of the biggest grifters going. Ooh, is this from Justin is Laura? New evidence destroys Eliza Blue. She's finished without Tim Pool. Oh yeah, let's see. So Tim Pool on Timcast, they were doing a massive expose story on this, and they were on her side. And then all of a sudden, Tim Pool was like, "Yeah, we're severing ties with her." And now you got Shane Cashman, the guy who wrote it. I am grateful that Eliza trusts me with her story. I am grateful for my readers. I am proud of my work. I am blessed with these opportunities. There has been no new information brought to light that would sway my belief in her, nor played a role in the removal of the series. Well, obviously there is something that played a role in the Timcast, the website, removing the actual thing. Yeah, the article's been gone. It's absolutely amazing, because what the article states, if I, where is it?
You got a copy?
Not of the actual thing, but where is it now? I'll find it, I'll send it over to you. But it says, like, oh, this is being removed from the website due to gonzo journalism. That was it. So, here we go. So, Cashman, Eliza Blue and the Perpetual Trauma Machine, Part 3, How to Survive PISOP and a Puff Piece. Due to the fact that the gonzo journalism style of this series was misperceived by readers, the series in its entirety has been removed. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Ooh.
They've literally gone out there and gone, yeah, this is wrong. You know? Wow. It's so good to see when people finally get get the comeuppance for lying and everything else.
Yeah.
Because what she has been saying is absolutely horrendous, and it could literally hurt actual victims of that.
Yes.
And she's out there saying all of this, like, you know, it's like sarcasm. Yeah, it's such a bad excuse. Like, you know, it's the reader's fault. Like, that's why they removed it. Oh, you perceived it wrong. No,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's like, no.
You just wrote a shit article.
Yeah.
And another thing that came out as well, there was a video. It was posted to Twitter and everything else of Eliza Blue having feet time with one of the people who works with Tim Pool and everything on his show. And it's like, oh, that's why you're together. Okay, that's why he's supporting her. I wonder what else they got. So,
you know, there are women and children and men. There's people, there's humans and animals being trafficked as we speak.
oh God, yeah.
And this is what she wants to do with that.
It's sad to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, I thought I'd just bring that up just before we finish, because that's just great.
Well, I'm going down the rabbit hole. I'm not going to say
Oh,
anything about it, but I got
I gotta find out more. That's right. I'm gonna have to watch Larry
rabbit hole
here in a
time.
couple of hours.
yeah, I'm going to watch Larry too.
Do it. Let me know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for in the chat. Thanks for being here and everything else. It's been a nice what is that? Hour 40 minutes. So that's been nice. It's been great. Like I said earlier, you know, we got a few things lined up. The other channels will still be active, obviously. Hoping to get that redone. If not, we'll have to find other avenues and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but it can be done, so it's fine.
Of course.
Again, thank you ever so much for coming on. So it's been great spending some time with you, and I miss you all.
We miss you. Thank you so much for having us. We were so excited. So excited to do this.
Yes.
So excited. We thought it was yesterday.
Oh.
What? You never. Oh,
well, because
that's
you said
amazing.
Monday.
Oh,
you
yeah.
said Monday.
Monday, yeah. She's like, oh, yeah. Tuesday morning. Fuck. Yeah. I get you.
That was me. That was me. And you're like, Monday. I'm like, okay, Monday. And then it was Monday.
Oh, he's here. He's back in time to say goodbye.
Yeah, they're just, they're saying goodbye now.
Oh, okay. Bye.
There we go, guys. Stevie said bye. There he is.
Oh, he just came in to get something. He wasn't staying.
You can fuck off.
Yeah,
Tell him.
can.
Anyway, thank you all, guys. It's been great, and I'll see you all very soon.
Mwah.